Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go. Wide eight.
53 is the mic.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide eight.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Keep it up, guys. Check, check. Fresno.
Hey, kill.
On the ground, the rookie Mike Weber from Ohio State. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, watch your leg. Hatchet.
Kill.
They'll run on first down. Morris. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
53, Mike. Drop deep.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Set the tone, defense.
Here we go. 47.
Defense, let's go.
46.
First down, Prescott. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Showed up. Here we go. Go to 54. Right.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Mike 53. Mike. Get in the weight room.
Here we go. Go to 54. Wide
26. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Record. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
We go 47. 26.
Prescott yet again. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
You ain't going nowhere.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Throwing now is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Right there.
Pac-Man. 280! They kill. They force don't kill. Hey! 5-7.
Wentz to throw again. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, force don't kill.
Watching it drive. It's our time.
Again, now thrown with Wentz. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 8-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter down. It's our home team with possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
26.
Let's go. Have a good
26.
They'll try the left side. It's Morris. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
53. Mike.
47. 26.
On first down, it's Morris. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Hey, kill. 47. 26. 26.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Mike,
We're going to 52.
Mike 5-4. Strip the ball.
26.
On first and 10, Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
54, right there.
Hey, kill.
Let's go.
26.
To throw is Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Hey, here we go. Come on, hey.
Let's go, D. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
3 down.
3 down.
26. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
This is Morris. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Prescott eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Here's Morris. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The kick by Maher is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Well, we've got a good divisional battle here tonight in the NFC East. Tomorrow night, we get one in the AFC East. The Patriots and the Jets. Monday Night Football, MetLife Stadium. Coverage at 8:15 Eastern Time. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 180. Sunday.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And an alley to run. 20, 10, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Wentz now on first down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are tricky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, it's Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. Wide eight.
53 at the mic. Watch the run.
Wait,
They begin the drive with Morris. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Watch the twist.
Hey, kill.
They run again with Lawrence. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day.
26.
Mike 5-4.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here we go.
30-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Wentz. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Number 53. Mike 53. Let's go, defense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morris trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Kill.
It's our field. Hey, it's our route.
26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Mike Weber, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Ready? Kill.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Wentz going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. He has still not connected on a single pass in this 2nd half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wentz now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
55, 55.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Check 53.
We're going to 53.
Get in there.
26.
Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Not here. 26. 26.
On 2nd down and 4. Prescott. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 47. 26.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his target. It's Cobb. A nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All day, every day, any day.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
53 is the mic. Your track.
26.
53 is the mic. 53.
26.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go.
26.
Here's Prescott. his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run with Morris. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, it's Weber. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Morris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to work. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 77 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check 53. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
They'll start it on the ground with Morris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go.
We're going to 53. 26. 26.
Prescott off play action. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here we go,
47.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
26.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Morris, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Prescott on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Bringing up 3rd.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Dallas, their winning ways continue.